Good morning. This is Erwin St. Rose reporting for WKEJ News in Chicago. In national news, there are wedding cakes and there are wedding cakes. The winners of the Grand National Wedding Cake Competition, which took place earlier this week in Oklahoma, fall into the latter category. With 74 contestants from around the world and 82,000 people in attendance, the competition might be called the standard for sugarcraft excellence. The competition was founded in 1996, and this year's theme was Fashion Week. Contestants had to create a fabulous, romantic, innovative cake design idea that could be wide open but must not be risque or copied. Wedding cakes had to be a minimum of 3 full tiers and at least 4 inches high. Cakes were judged on the following criteria: 10 points for each element: neatness of cake covering, neatness of decoration, originality, creativity, skill, choice of colors, appropriate to design, interpretation of theme, difficulty of technique used, table draping and decorations, overall appearance. But before you dive right in, take note, cakes were judged solely on appearance, not on taste. Lori Kasu of Welch, Oklahoma was the grand prize winner. In the business world, a union representing more Chicago Park District employees has gone to court to challenge a pension reform bill passed by lawmakers last year. Local 73 of the Service Employees International Union, joined by a current Park District employee and a retiree, announced today that it has filed a lawsuit in Cook County Circuit Court challenging the constitutionality of a pension reform bill affecting district employees that was signed into law by former Governor Pat Quinn in January 2014. Local 73 President Christian Boardman says the Illinois Supreme Court has ruled that reduced pension benefits are unconstitutional, and it's time for the Park District workers to gain the same pension fairness that other city workers and state employees have seen. Local 73 represents more than 5,500 full-time, part-time, and seasonal Park District employees. In world news, a Brazilian judge has issued a temporary restraining order against recently approved legislation that bans the use of smartphone-based ride-hailing apps like Uber in Rio de Janeiro, the country's second-largest city. The Rio de Janeiro State Judiciary Department said in a statement posted on its website that the order was signed yesterday by Judge Monica Ribeiro Teixeira. The restraining order comes 10 days after Rio Mayor Eduardo Paes signed legislation passed by the city council banning Uber and similar technologies from operating in the city of Rio de Janeiro. The statement quotes the judge as saying Uber-like services can provide residents better, safer, and speedier transportation services at lower prices. Brazil's biggest city, Sao Paulo, decided against trying to ban Uber and plans to introduce new regulations for such apps. In sports news, Alshon Jeffrey dealt with a strained calf throughout the preseason, and he is now dealing with a hamstring injury that has kept him out of 3 straight games. His Week 5 status remains in question, but he was limited in practice. Prior to his injury, Jeffrey appeared rather limited in regular season opener, despite hauling in 5 receptions for 78 yards. His burden was supposed to be eased after the team drafted Kevin White, the 7th overall pick, but with White potentially out for the season after undergoing surgery on a stress fracture in his shin, the former South Carolina star is clearly the main option for quarterbacks Jay Cutler and Jimmy Clausen when healthy. In local news, Stephen Colbert isn't afraid of Billy Goats anymore, not after the Chicago Cubs wildcard win on Wednesday. In fact, the Late Show host, who lived in Chicago for 11 years, is so inspired by the Cubs, he went on a rant against Goats Thursday night, even going as far as kicking one out of his studio. "I'm not scared of you knuckle-kneed sheep wannabes anymore," he said. "Oh, that feels good. So many things I've wanted to say about your kind for years, but I've been too afraid because of the curse. Not anymore." The infamous Billy Goat curse dates back to October 6, 1945, when Billy Goat Tavern owner Billy Sianis claimed to place a curse on the Cubs to prevent them from ever hosting another World Series at Wrigley Field. "Now it looks like the days of the curse are behind my Cubs," he said. "I think I can safely say without any fear of jinxing it after going all the way. The Cubs are going to win the World Series." This has been Erwin St. Rose reporting for WKEJ News in Chicago. Have a great day. Until next time, Chicago.